Jay Dilla, rest in peace, rest in peace.
What up, Jump Rope fam? This is Brandon Epstein from the Jump Rope Dudes, and today we're going to share with you the best jump rope transformations ever. So you've been following the movement for a little bit. You've probably heard that around a month or so, we asked for you guys to submit your transformations, and we were doing our biggest jump rope giveaway ever. So this is the video celebrating all the people that we're featuring, and let me tell you, we got an insane amount of submissions that were so incredible. We were planning to just feature 6 people. Instead, we decided to feature 10 people, and honestly, we could have featured like 50 people. This could have been a video that was 2 hours long. So for all of you who did submit, thank you so much. We're gonna do more giveaways in the future, so definitely resubmit, keep working hard, keep doing the thing, and hopefully we can feature you in our next jump rope transformation video. Let's get into these jump rope transformations. First off, I'm gonna feature a guy who means so much to myself and Dan, a guy who we were actually worked with on a one-on-one basis, Barry. This guy is the epitome of what a jump rope dude is. He was a guy who had everything going for him. He was crushing it financially, business, with his family. Like he's a guy who just had it going on every level except for the fitness stuff. Barry was very overweight. Barry had kind of given up on fitness. Barry just kind of decompartmentalized that part of his life and emotionally wasn't ready to tackle it. And so we started working with Barry around a year and a half ago on a one-on-one basis actually. And this is way before this whole movement started to really gain momentum. But Barry was someone who we could tell was ready to commit. He was ready to do the thing. So over time, Barry broke through a lot of these emotional barriers that were holding him back from making progress. But eventually, Barry got with the program, and over the last year he's lost 72 pounds, and honestly I think it's more like 82 pounds of fat loss and 10 pounds of muscle gain, because as you can see in the photos, he's gone through a complete body recomposition and he's really transformed his body and his life, and he's one of the people who is an example for the rest of our community now and someone that a lot of us look up to. So Barry, way to stick with the shredded ninja, the nutrition plan, way to do the thing. Proud of you, brother. Now before I get into the rest of these, I want to mention I could probably spend like 30 minutes talking about each one of these people, but again the video would be really long. You probably don't want to watch it. So I'm doing the highlights from each one of you, and the next person we're going to highlight is our boy Aaron. Aaron's story is so relatable. Around a year or so ago he was like, okay, I'm going to get into this fitness thing, so he signed up for a gym. He started hitting the elliptical, he started doing the treadmill, and he was just bored. He was getting burnt out because he didn't like the exercise he was doing. So because he was bored, he eventually just quit and like took some time off and like started to look for something that he actually wanted to stick with. And so fortunately, he was looking for stuff on the internet, somehow found the Jump Rope Dudes on YouTube and plugged in and started to do the thing. And by do the thing, I mean he started to eat the right amount of food for his body by following our programs, and he started to jump rope consistently. He actually became so consistent that over the last 6 months, he has lost 27 pounds. And this guy took on the mantra of do the thing, and he brings it into his fitness and now into everything he does in his life. And the coolest thing to hear is that he's empowered now. He doesn't want to just do the thing for himself. His goal is to become a personal trainer and teach jump rope fitness to other people as well. Proud of you, brother. Next guy up, when I was reading his story, like I teared up a little bit. I got super emotional because these are the kind of stories that really make me and Dan want to continue to do what we're doing here with the Jump Rope Dudes. And the guy who we're featuring next is Declan. And Declan was a guy who's battled for years with OCD, he's battled with depression, he's battled with self-image and just feeling bad about himself, and really never really got into any consistent fitness routine and got himself all the way up to 283 pounds. And Declan admitted he knew he was obese and he knew he needed to do something to change. So at some point, Declan had a breaking point. He was like, you know what, enough is enough. I've watched Rocky movies before, boxing seems cool, so I know to box, I should start jumping rope, right? So he typed in jump rope into YouTube. Fortunately, we came up, and then he just started to learn different moves. He started to look at our different tutorials and started to gamify and make this process of jumping rope and making fitness a part of his life actually fun. And now he has a very simple routine. Yes, he eats the right amount of food by following our nutrition protocols, but he just works out from 15 to 60 minutes a day. And a lot of times it is more like 15 to 30 minutes a day. And he uses the quarter pound and the 1 pound cross rope. And by using these different weighted ropes, he's able to increase the resistance on his body. And by doing so consistently, like we always say, consistency is a key. By being so consistent, this man has literally cut his body weight in half. Declan is now down to 155 pounds, and what really touched me the most about Declan's story is that he is now out of therapy. Like, doing the thing, jumping rope, making this fitness thing part of his lifestyle is his new therapy. He's gotten off all the medication that the doctors put him on, and he's really replaced this all by naturally just making fitness a part of his lifestyle. So man, super proud of you, way to do the thing. Next up, Chris. We had to throw a female transformation in here, and she is definitely deserving. Chris, we're so proud of the work you did, and I want to tell your story because I think a lot of women especially are going to relate to just the journey you've been on. And Chris is someone who always felt like, meh, when it came to exercise. Like, she would go and like do different types, you know, maybe some weightlifting or maybe like some classes at her gym, but always was not really into it. She always like had to force herself, and so, you know, she did the normal yo-yo, the weight going up and down, and never really sticking with it because she never really enjoyed the process. Until one day, one of her friends gave her a jump rope and she decided to try it out. And of course, you know, being an intelligent woman, she decided to look up on YouTube how to have good jump rope form. Thank goodness she found us, and she took her jump rope skills to a new level by watching YouTube tutorials and then plugging into our 4-week challenge. And when she got into her free 4-week challenge, which of course you guys probably know is linked down in the description below for free, it's always free, and it's on our website, jumpropedudes.com. Once she got into that challenge, it started to change everything for her. She started to gain momentum because she stacked all these days together, and she was actually having fun. And so because she had fun, she stuck with the process, and she continues to stick with the process. And she was very proud to announce to us that she now, for the first time in her life, can do push-ups by herself, not just knee push-ups, but regular push-ups. So Chris, way to go, we're super proud of you. And she wanted me to share with you guys that it's so much a part of her routine now that she does it 5 or 6 days a week, just 30 minutes a day. That's all she does. She sticks with, you know, what our normal protocol is, and by doing that and eating the right amount of food, she was able to lose over 30 pounds over the last 10 months, and more importantly, have fun doing it. Next up, I'm going to feature our boy, Adam. Now, Adam has a very relatable story, okay? He really allowed his weight to just get away from him, which happens to a lot of people. He got up to 233 pounds, and he was only 5'8", so like, yeah, the dude was like getting borderline obese. The belly was getting up there, and he's the first to admit it. And you know, when your weight gets to that level and you're not moving your body consistently, and you have all the responsibilities that Adam had, like a family, you know, a wife that he's trying to keep happy, 5 young kids, doing work, all those things just stacked and stacked and stacked on top of one another, led to him going to a very dark place where he was feeling depressed and feeling like what's the point, you know? Like, I feel like we've all been there at some point where we just kind of feel like we want to give up. But fortunately, Adam did not give up. He saw at work they had like a white collar boxing match coming up, and so he's like, you know what? I need to do something. I'm going to get into this. And so to get ready for that boxing match, he started watching YouTube tutorials on jump rope. He found us, and through that process, he became a jump rope ninja. Now, he also did share with me that like it took him a really long time, and he was frustrated because he was like, hey, you know, kids seem like they do this really easily, and I'm struggling a lot learning how to jump rope. What's going on here? But he stuck with it. He didn't give up. He kept going. And because he didn't give up, he transformed his identity. He stepped into a new version of himself that was more determined than he'd ever been before. And I love this. He told us his new mantra is do the thing for fitness and for his life. And so throughout this last year, actually less than a year, he's lost 73 pounds. Not only the weight loss though, he lost 73 pounds, and then he went and did that boxing fight. He went and ran a 10K, and he even did skydiving as part of a charity. So he embraced this whole do the thing lifestyle even beyond fitness, and understands that it's just something that he can bring into everything he does. And through embracing this lifestyle, he told me he is happier than he's ever been before. Proud of you, bro. Next guy I'm going to feature is Kakper. Man, I hope I'm pronouncing your name right. Anyhow, I'm going to tell your story. Super proud of you. This guy started his fitness journey when he was 15, and like a lot of people, just like wasn't into the traditional physical fitness methods that were put in front of him. He just didn't think it was fun, lost motivation, stopped doing the thing. Well, fortunately for us, a couple years went by. When he was 17, he was really ready to commit to some kind of physical form of fitness. And the reason he got to this point was because he got up to 231 pounds and really decided for himself, like, enough was enough. I have to do something. And so, like the other stories I've shared today, he found us on YouTube. He started jumping rope. He started doing our regimen, the things that we talk about on the YouTube channel and over at jumpropedudes.com. And he started getting consistent. And now it's just part of his routine. He jumps rope for 40 minutes a day. He loves it. And that's why he continues to lose weight and continues to step into this new identity, being fit and enjoying the process. And a cool thing that he told me was he's getting all of his friends involved too, creating a whole jump rope family himself overseas. Julian, this next guy, Julian, again, I got super emotional hearing about his story because it's real, it's visceral. And what happened with Julian was around 3 years ago, his brother got in a bad motorcycle accident. And fortunately for his brother, the doctor said that he would have died, but his cardiovascular health was so good that he was able to push through and survive. And at that time, like, Julian was not paying attention to his health at all. And so because of this, he had a wake-up call. He was like, man, if that was me who got in this motorcycle accident, I would be dead. And so that changed everything for him. At that point, he decided he had to do something. And the cool thing for him was it started with nutrition. He started to actually follow the exact principles we talk about here, eating the right amount of food for his body, you know, really prioritizing protein and fat in his diet, and doing things like intermittent fasting, so only eating a couple meals a day. So he was going against the norm, but, you know, going with what we talk about here is good nutrition. And so once he started to lose some weight there, he started to think, okay, what kind of exercise regimen can I put on top of this to start to get myself going? And like some other people talked about in this video so far, he always knew, like, boxers, like, they were so amazing and agile. Like, what do? They jump rope. So he found us on YouTube, started jumping rope, and his real momentum started to take off from that point. He told us a big game changer actually was getting himself a cross rope, which, as you guys know, we're sponsored by, and always link them up for 10% off in the description below. But once he got the cross rope, he said, whoa, like, this makes it even more enjoyable because it's easier to jump rope, it's more enjoyable, it's more fun. Said enjoyable twice. But he started jumping rope, became a jump rope ninja, got into a 4-week challenge, started doing that regimen, and now, like everyone else, like, the rest is history. He doesn't have to force himself to go work out anymore. He likes jumping rope. He likes the nutrition protocol that we talk about on this channel because it actually really is an enjoyable way to live your life. So he does it, he embraces the mantra, do the thing, and Julian's not looking back from here. He's all jets, going forward. Proud of you, brother. This next guy, Brian, again, has a very relatable story. He tried exercise over the years, tried different nutrition, diet, things like that, and yo-yoed up and down, saw like 10 to 15 pounds lost, 10 to 15 pounds gain. I think a lot of people experience this. So he was looking for something that was going to create long-lasting, permanent change. He told us that once he found our YouTube channel and started jumping rope, like, it was something he enjoyed, so he was going to stick with it. He wasn't going to have to force himself to work out. He was going to do it because it was fun, because it was enjoyable, and he could actually see the results very fast because jump rope is such an efficient form of exercise. So after this guy started to go through his jump rope transformation, he started to look at everything we talked about in regards to nutrition, and he said this is what made the biggest difference. Understanding, like, how to eat the right amount of food for his body, calories, macronutrients, understanding the relationship his body had with food. And so once he got that relationships down, this guy lost over 60 pounds. And you can see him here, he's straight shredded now. And like some other people in this video, he really is leading now because he's getting all of his friends involved in creating a jump rope community of his own. So keep doing the thing, brother. Proud of you. If you stuck around this long in the video to hear more of these transformations, awesome. Hopefully you're getting inspired. I just want to tell all these stories because they're super inspiring to us, and hopefully they're inspiring you as well. We got a couple more left, and the next guy we're going to feature is Marcelo, and he's an awesome dude. I met this guy when we did a meetup in Seattle, Washington, and I could already tell he was the kind of guy who was going to live the mantra of do the thing. He told me that in his early 20s, he was able to actually get pretty shredded and was able to lift weights, and, you know, he was working out like an hour to 2 hours a day, but he was getting the results he wanted. And so this worked for a while, but over time he got more busy with work, he got married, he had a kid, all these things stacked on top of each other led to him at 30 years old putting on an extra 20-some pounds and being 186 pounds. And for his frame, it was a little bit more weight than he wanted to carry around. And so for Marcelo, he was like, all right, this has got to stop. I got to drop this weight. So every single day for a month straight, he would go hit the Stairmaster an hour a day. And after a month, he didn't see any results and was super frustrated. It was like, what's going on? Like, where do I go from here? And lucky for us, he found us on YouTube and he started jumping rope. Familiar story, right? Well, his process was much like a lot of people's process. He started with our free 4-week challenge. He got in that, was super pumped, enjoyed the community, enjoyed the camaraderie. So he got through that, moved into our Shredded Ninja program, which is our 12-week fat loss jump rope workout plan. And in addition, he incorporated our JRD nutrition system. So he started to build momentum. He got in the 4-week challenge. He started to see himself have success there. And then he plugged into our higher level programs, and this guy is now another leader in this community. Marcelo is down 22 pounds total, down to 164 pounds now. You can see here, the dude is shredded. He feels good. He only has to work out 30 minutes a day. That's how he does the thing, and he follows a nutrition protocol, and he gets results. Marcelo, super proud of you, man. Last guy we're gonna feature today is David, and David, again, had a really emotional impact on me when I was hearing about his story. He was a guy who's always been heavy. Like, at one point he told me he was the heaviest guy in his grade growing up in school, and you know, he carried around this burden with him for so many years. And you know, fortunately for him, he found a beautiful wife, he got married, but at that point for him, he was like, you know what, enough is enough. I'm not gonna be the heavy guy anymore. I'm gonna drop this weight no matter what. So our dude David got curious, started looking on the internet, found us, and started to embrace the philosophy that we talk about here at the Jump Rope Dudes all the time. And he started with food. He started with meal frequency. He decided that, hey, what if I just eat 2 meals a day instead of 3, which is what we talk about all the time here. Maybe that would help. And just by doing that alone, started to drop his weight. And then he started to dial in things like calories and macronutrients. So he got his nutrition dialed in using the exact protocol we always talk about here with the Jump Rope Dude nutrition system. And then from there, he really started to incorporate movement. He started to jump rope. He started to think to himself, well, what if I could get that same agility and that look that boxers have? Like the story that you've heard a lot in this video. So he started to try to carve out that boxer's physique by doing our jump rope workouts, and the results have been incredible, which you can see here in the video. David got results because he did the thing, just like the other 9 people in this video. All 10 people dialed in the nutrition, and they did the thing, moving their body with jump rope fitness. And by doing these 2 things, they've been able to transform their bodies and their lives. So you guys, thank you so much for sharing your stories with us. We really appreciate it, and we could not be more proud to have you in the community. Now, if you are someone who's watching this for the first time, and this is your introduction to our community, or you're just getting to know us, this stuff is real. As you saw in this video, people transform their lives by jumping rope. So if you want to get started, we have a free 4-week challenge. It's linked in the description below. And if you want something to go a little bit further, or you're someone who's been through the 4-week challenge, we've also linked up our Swole Samurai and our Shredded Ninja jump rope workout plans. They're linked below, and we really hope that you hop into one of these at least, the free program or the other ones, because this is how you transform your life. You do the thing, you stay consistent, and you make it something that's fun. Thank you so much for watching this video. Do the thing.